Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Harbor and Jeff, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Harbor's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. Now with Harbor, we are using a clicker and treats. We don't use a clicker and treats with every dog, but we try to figure out what's going to work best for the dog that's going home. With Harbor, because he came to us not being able to be crated, just had a lot of emotional problems from his questionable past, we've had to kind of just pull out everything we could to get him to enjoy the training, and that's where we are right now. So he is sitting very nicely at Jeff's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first thing that we want to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. Jeff is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. Now Harbor's going to come home with his training collar. This may not be a training collar that he needs for life, but it's a training collar that he needs right now. So the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Harbor heel. Now at this point, Harbor has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking nicely like a gentleman at your left, and each time that you stop your feet, he's been taught to sit automatically. When he does sit, Jeff gives him a click and a treat.
You'll notice I fade off of the treats as the video goes on. Eventually he's not going to need treats at all. See?
Right. That just the click will be his reward.
Let me do that again. Harbor heel.
So we always try to compare the dog to the dog that came to us, and not to, say for instance, Luffy's video or Luffy's ability to understand and respond. They're very, very different personalities, and Harbor is still intact, which is part of some of the times that he wants to test a little bit.
There you go, good guy.
Now the next command is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command. Because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. As a foster or adopter, your homework is going to be to lengthen out the amount of time he can hold it and the distance that you can go. When Jeff returns back to him, he will walk back to where he started to heel position. He gets clicked and praised for staying until Jeff returned back to his shoulders, and then they take off heeling again. We just wanted to make this fun for Harbor because we feel as though he's gone through enough trauma in his life that we want his obedience training to be reward-based and for him to have fun with it.
Good.
And see how he responds to the click. Jeff leaves him in a stay.
Stay.
And this time, instead of returning back to his shoulders, Jeff is going to give him enough room to do the come on command. I said the word and he got up.
Stay.
So it's Harbor come, and he should come in and sit facing your knees, so there should be no jumping on you. And we're trying to do a lot of explanations in our videos right now because with the COVID-19 virus, we're not sure when we're going to get back to see our clients. We want you to know that we're always available to you by phone. Any questions, problems, or concerns, we want to hear from you. We are still operating, we're just not doing lessons. Jeff leaves him in another stay. We're going to demonstrate that recall again. And he's so focused on Jeff, if you notice that he's reading Jeff's body language to a T. So now there's a bird, he's watching the bird, and then when he does focus on Jeff, before he even gets a command, he will be reading Jeff's body language. So Jeff's going to call him. He backs up, uses his leash like a little steering wheel to bring him right in front and to have him sit. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are his down commands. This was a little hard for him. Probably the most hard for him. So you're going to have him sitting first.
There you go.
You're going to use your left hand straight down toward the ground and the one word command to down. Now what we do with clicker training is that it's progressive. So if he lowers his head, he gets a click. If he starts to go down, he gets another click. He knows this, but I know that he's going to test his new family. Very nice. So Jeff will click and release. Good boy. And you notice Jeff changed his tone of voice and Harbor started to get real amped up. So when you're training with him, try to keep your voice pretty monotone. Don't get him excited. And that's going to get better as well. He loves this attention, but he will test. And one of the things you can't do is give up. If he doesn't sit right away, you can't say, oh, well, he's not going to do it. Oh, yeah, you said he's going to do it, he has to finish it. Left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one word command to down. Always put him back into that sit. Now he's lowering his body so he gets a click. He went all the way down so he gets another click. And that would technically be your distance down because Jeff was standing in front of him instead of next to him.
That's what we look for, is those hips.
Those hips go out to one side, you know he's pretty much in it for a longer stay. When they lay down like a cat, they're going to pop up. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Harbor's formal on-leash obedience commands. We're going to have a package of information for you regarding his crate training, sample schedule, the way to use your training equipment, your general instructions for obedience training, and we're here for you. So make sure that you reach out and call if you need us. We're always here. We've enjoyed having Harbor and Luffy for Doreen. She does a great job. She tries very hard to get these boys into good homes, and we try to help. We've enjoyed having them, and especially Harbor, and we will see you very soon.